Hi, I'm Gigi,
And I'm Mimi.
and this is Love Island Tea
Love Island
Time.
Tea Time.
Okay, that's good. I made an ube matcha. I might have put too much ube in it. It is dark purple.
Yeah, I'm drinking some tea that I don't normally drink, but I'm out of peppermint and this was caffeine free. So,
Oh, okay. She can't drink caffeine before bed, unlike me. Mm. Okay, this cat just wants so much attention. You better stay still.
and sit
Oh,
down.
yeah, that's right. Oh my God, this is the fastest we've ever recorded an episode. It has been approximately 2 hours since the episode aired.
Yes.
And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm feeling so many feelings. I'm
I
feeling
know.
so many feelings. How are
I
you
know. I
feeling?
can tell. I think I'm still trying to marinate what's happening. I am going to disappear for a second just to make
Oh,
sure that we don't have any technical difficulties. And there we go. I'm
we
back.
can try. Okay.
We can try our best. Yeah. I just, I don't know how to feel, to be honest.
I mean, we could just start from the end, probably. R.I.P. An icon, a queen, a legend, a calm, ethereal badass. I loved Mara so much, and my jaw hit the floor
Yeah.
when that man said he wanted Martha, especially because I was like, did he say Mara? The
No,
names are so close.
I knew he was going to pick Martha. I said in our last episode that Mara was going to go home, and now I can reveal to you who my other prediction was. Charlene. This is what I wrote.
Spelled incorrectly.
Really?
She
I
spells
thought
it
she spelled it that
E-E-N.
way.
She spells it E-E-N.
Well, she kind of. Either way, I'm not going to say anything about her. I can't say
Um,
anything about her.
oh my God. Yeah, I unfortunately had a feeling, a deep, dark feeling, and I was really annoyed when he said, and she has the most amazing eyes. And I was like, I swear to God, if he's talking about the blue-eyed girl,
Yeah,
I'm going to be
I
really
knew it.
annoyed with him for that comment because just colorism, all of the above, all the things, and just the beauty standard of something that you basically have zero control of in your body compared to like almost everything else that you can do and change and whatever. There's no surgery that I know of, maybe there is, to change your eye color. There's just contact lenses and all these things. So when blue eyes are held to this beauty standard of like all that is good and beautiful, it is a little bit of a kick in the teeth for us brown-eyed girls, like not gonna lie. It just
Mhm.
rubbed me the wrong way as soon as he said it, and then I'm just like, it's fine. He fumbled a baddie. He couldn't handle Mara anyway.
No, he couldn't. And I thought that there was chemistry there between them at the beginning of the episode because they
Come
got
on.
along so well.
Come on.
Martha, I just don't really like her personality all that much, but that's just me.
Look, say whatever you want about the Casa girls. They all got messed around. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. All the Casa girls got messed around, except for maybe Yulia, I guess, but she's still being given a hard time. It's totally fair. But I will say, I feel like basically all of them but Mara came in with kind of gross energy. Like,
Mm-hmm.
just to be totally real about like first impressions, etc. I've been on and off about Charlene, even the way she handled what happened with Kevin, ending it with her a second time, which again, very hurtful, very fucked up. But
Absolutely.
then getting so upset about him taking Jasmine to the hideaway, it was kind of like, that's, that was never your man, and like I can feel for you to a point, but I had mixed feelings about her pulling him to kind of go into him about it. But then also I was kind of like, well, very curious to see where the internet stands on this. Haven't looked yet. But now that Martha was saying that she deserves better than how he's treated Jasmine for the last 4 weeks, and
Yeah.
Charlene's going in on him, and he's being honestly not very receptive to Charlene and saying like, "Oh well, honestly, I had a good time in there." Hello, like I'm like, where does the internet stand now? Now that it's Charlene your fave and Kevin your fave, whose side are you on? Like, is Charlene like unforgivable and like so full of herself and self-centered, or is Kevin finally a manipulator and like rude and inconsiderate? Like I just don't understand where people are gonna land on this that have been so anti-Jasmine and so pro-Kevin. Is like, well, who are you mad at now? I'm very curious.
I'm also curious. I do think that the internet will be upset at Kevin because there are some Charlene stans out there.
Hmm.
I didn't appreciate the comment about how he's treated Jasmine over the last 4 weeks, but it's like I understand why Charlene was so upset.
Of
I
course.
also wrote like, what did you expect? Because look at how he behaved during Casa Amor.
Right?
It just was just like, I think she was betting on the fact that he would pick her,
Yeah.
and it I just don't know. I don't know how to feel about her. I definitely have mixed feelings. Like, I like that she obviously stood up for herself. I do feel
Hmm.
bad that she was led on. I do feel bad that she was brought back into the villa for basically no reason. He
Mm,
shouldn't have had that conversation with her on the terrace because it gave something it didn't need to give. I think it gave her false hope.
absolutely.
So, like, I feel for her. Absolutely.
Yeah, he's gross, period. The end.
That's it. And for him to not even say that he's sorry, like, he literally said, I'm not sorry about going to the hideaway. He could have just said, I'm sorry that I hurt your feelings. It wasn't my intention. Like, it's that apology that he struggles with.
Yeah, he can't be held accountable for anything. Like, and he learns everything from his older brother, so I see why. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and then do you know if it was her who said you deserve better or Jasmine who said you deserve better when they hugged?
I'm not sure at all.
Okay, very confusing. I'm not sure who said it either. And I was like, if Charlene's saying it, that's wild. If Jasmine's saying it, totally accurate. Thank you for saying it. But
Mm-hmm.
I was like, who said that? Because I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I just remember Kevin hugging Charlene and being like, you deserve someone who's going to give you 100%. And then he was
Yes,
like, and I'm sorry.
as he should be, to be honest. He just really gave her so much false hope and it was so unnecessary. And I do feel for Charlene overall. The only
Mm-hmm.
reason why I'm coming at it at that angle with like, what does the public think is to be at the public, to be honest. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just anti-Kevin at the end of the day. Um,
Yeah.
I was so annoyed that him and Jasmine made up at the beginning. I really was. I thought she was free of this man. I really did. But she's in love with
No,
him.
she is. And according to him, he also loves her back, but they both struggle to say that to one another. And that's fine, especially after you just had this whole debacle happen. I wouldn't be the first one to be like, I love you. It would give love bombing to me.
Yeah.
So I love Jasmine. I want her to be happy. Do I think Kevin and her will work on the outside? Not really. But if she's happy now, then I'm happy for her. It's like one of those situations where you have a best friend and you know they shouldn't be with that person, but you're like, I just have to be happy for her until she realizes things on her own time.
Yeah. Yeah. All been there.
Yeah.
Love
I
you.
am. Well then. No, I think we all go through that with our friends at some point, you know. You just got to let them learn from their own mistakes.
Yeah, I just feel like he's been so I just haven't seen him really validate her feelings at all. I've seen her validate his. Whether or not she was yelling while she's doing it is another thing in the last couple of days. But I feel like he really undermined how she felt and who she is as a person. And then also
Hmm.
Aiden, right down to the very last second, I was rooting for you, Charlene. Get out of
Oh,
my fucking face.
I know.
Get out of my face.
I
Good luck
know.
with that whole family. Good luck, Jazz. I'm so sorry, but good luck, because that family doesn't like you. And I hate that. And that's the other reason why I don't fuck with Kevin, is because his family doesn't like her. And that pisses me off. It pisses me
Yeah,
off
and
so much.
he's also already shown that he listens to his family, except for this one last time. But that it's going to be different when his dad is on the like when he's with his dad on the outside, and his dad is like meh, 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 like.
Uh huh.
And I didn't like the fact that they both essentially agreed to sweep shit under the rug and be like, okay, beef squash, let's start over. No, you didn't confront anything.
No, you didn't actually fix any of the problems. You just said, we are going to try as hard as we can to make this work. So
It's just, it's sad. I'm just at least happy that Angie's still giving Simba a run for his money.
she's keeping that foot on his neck, and I love it. I love it. I'm
Yes.
here for it. Right down to his recoupling speech, she was going, eye roll, eye roll,
Yeah.
purse in her lips. I
Yeah.
was like, that's right, honey. Don't take it all at face value. He better back those words up with the fucking actions. Cause come on.
Yes.
Um
I do. I did like his little gesture. I got a little emotional just because I'm empathetic.
Me too. I was mad. I was like, damn, he's even got me fooled right now.
I know, but I did like the whole idea of like I publicly embarrassed her. Now I'm going to publicly praise her and tell her all the reasons why I think she's great.
Not
So,
that impressive if he's watched Love Island season 7. Page right out of Liam's book. Not that impressive.
and then just seeing him break down was another reason that it got me too. Just right afterwards, just like
Yeah.
showed some vulnerability on his part, and at least he acknowledged that he has struggled with accountability and lust. Which, thank you for finally acknowledging that after I don't know how many days.
But also, why is the lust the theme of this year for Love Island? Like both villas, both USA
Mhm.
and UK, everyone's talking about everyone's lustfulness, and I'm just like, okay, fair enough. Maybe there's a point there. But to me, it's not so much about just lust as it is not valuing people as more than something to fuck. Like, sorry, like,
Yeah.
but you know what I mean? To me, it's not just about lustfulness, because
Mhm.
honestly, with Angie, he's not giving that. He
No.
seems quite respectful with her. He just seems to get like a kid in the candy store when he's with a new woman who he's attracted to, and clearly doesn't actually care about Angie's feelings or this woman's feelings. It's just about getting some, or like getting that attention, whatever. That's what I'm saying. Like, to me, it's less a problem with lust and more a problem of devaluing women for him. And then, in USA, there's women that are doing that to men, but whatever. Women in male dominated fields.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's weird because when he did have Angie's attention, he still moved in a disrespectful way. So I'm wondering like if she takes him back and is still giving him attention, is he going to turn around and do the same thing over again? And is he just being this way because she's not giving him the time of day? Obviously, but like,
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Of course, this is all about whether or not they're sending more bombshells in. They've sent so many people in the beginning. I don't know whether they're going to send any more in. These people always have the worst luck on the show, is like the last pair or two of bombshells always come in and usually get basically nothing or get dumped immediately because they don't have the friendships, they don't have the votes, nobody knows them. It's pretty much like, I don't envy
Yeah.
any of the people who go in as the last minute bombshells. They're very, I mean, classically forgettable, and that's not even their fault. They just don't have the time. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but like Jasmine said to Kevin, she's like, I'm going to kick off if you get to know Bombshell. Same thing with Simba. It just feels, I don't know. To me, neither of them have fully proven themselves yet, for
No,
sure.
absolutely not. do they have they shown that they can maybe be capable? Maybe strong, maybe. That's all I'll say. But I don't trust Kevin or Simba at all.
No.
At all.
Simba actually weirdly just slightly more, only because of the way he was able to talk to Mara, and Kevin could not have one of those conversations with Charlene where it really gave full account. Whew, let's try that again. Kevin has not been able to have one of those conversations with Charlene where it gave full, undeniable accountability and just like, I am so sorry. I shouldn't have done that to you. I value your feelings. I don't want to hurt you anymore. I should let you go, whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
Simba, on the other hand, some of the stuff he was saying about Angie was kind of crazy in his speech, where I was like, that was where my mixed feelings came in. And then I got annoyed with myself for getting emotional. But some of the stuff he said of like, the first time I saw you was on TV, and I already told my family then that I was going to bring you home. And it's like, then why are you messing around so much? Like, what? That to
Well,
me
that's
tracked weird.
well, that's like the biggest argument here too. It's just like you're saying all of these things. You're saying you saw her on TV, you want to bring her home. You're saying you're the girl that he prayed for, and
Mm-hmm.
you into your God brought her into your life, but then you're doing these things and there's something psychologically wrong. Hope you address it when you're out of the villa
Yeah.
because he even said like I tend to ruin things or something along those lines,
Yeah.
or I tend to always mess things up. And it's like, well, then you should see a pattern in your behavior,
Mm-hmm.
and it shouldn't have taken this. I guess everyone has their rock bottom, but it really shouldn't have taken this for you to take a look in the mirror and say, damn, I'm kind of fucked up.
Yeah. Honestly, rooting for happiness for both of our girls, because Angie and Jasmine, my faves. And honestly, my advice to both of them be want you to be happy. Please make these men go to couples therapy. Just saying. Like, if you want like a chance in hell of really being able to make it, sorry, but just brushing things under the rug and being like, we're not actually going to talk about this problem anymore, I don't think is actually giving healed and wholesome. To me, it's giving there's
Mm-hmm.
still something under the surface simmering there.
Yeah.
Um, but I do wish them the best. I want to say I see more than 6 months to a year for either couple, but I will be genuinely surprised if Kevin lasts that long or longer than that. Rather, with Jasmine, I feel like it might be at the cost of some of his familial relationships, just to be
Mm-hmm.
honest.
Yeah.
Um, because if you really are going to root for her and really are going to be there for her, there's got to be a point where you're sick of your brother being in your ear and chatting shit about your girl. Like, come on.
Yeah. I
It,
mean, Aiden was just so dramatic also when Kevin
overacting
announced
class.
right, when Kevin announced that he is essentially gonna, you know, go for Jazz and ended it with what's her name? Charlene. He like
Hmm.
threw himself on the bed and he was just so shocked and he looked upset, but at the end of the day, he still was like, I'm happy for you, even if he doesn't mean it. Maybe that's growth on Aiden's part, but he
Yeah,
got me fucked up when he said I was rooting for you to Charlene at the end.
I was pissed. I was pissed. My jaw dropped again and had just dropped about Mara getting sent home. Martha and what's his face, I wish you the best of luck because you're not going to last long in the villa. I'm just saying, unless you pull out some sensational moments and really impress everybody and get them on your team, I don't think you're going to last long. I think you're going to get voted out. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
It's that time thing. You're not riding with an OG. You don't have that much screen time to like rely on, etc., etc.
Yeah, and at
But
the end of the day, I just don't see it.
yeah, I don't see the chemistry. I saw the chemistry between him and Mara and I was like, man, he should be so lucky as to bag her,
That's what
to
I
have that
thought.
woman
And
by his side riding or dying for him. Um, but yeah. Because also I love Mara because even when Charlene was upset and she went over and was ranting and raving about the Cav and Jasmine thing, to be fair, even unless it was edited out, Mara just was like, I'm gonna mind my business on this one. She didn't say one single word about Cavan and Jasmine's connection. And I feel like it
Mm-hmm.
was out of respect to both friendship groups. And I respect that. I respect
Yeah,
that.
she really was. I think she was like an underdog, and I wish she had more time in the villa. I almost wish she was like an OG, so she had her moment, because I feel like she deserves more, because I just love the way she moved. I love the way she held men accountable. I love the way that she was so direct with Jordan. I love when I spoke her mind about everything. I didn't care about the repercussions, like that is a top tier human to me.
Hear me out. Put
Hmm.
her on All Stars this winter.
Mm,
Do it. Bring
yeah,
her back. Because she was amazing. And I would love to see her drag some more men. But that's just me.
same. Well, that's me too. I'm on the same page. That's just
Love
we.
my girl. That's just we. But speaking of screen time and lack thereof or wanting more, it looks like next episode's gonna get real heated with Lola and Yulia.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I think that the producers officially hate Lola
Yeah, for
because
sure.
I have never seen them air a conversation like that about public opinion so far after something happened. Like, if it had just happened, yes. But the
Mm-hmm.
only other time I've seen them air a conversation between couples about being aware of public opinion or being aware of like production and things that are being brought up was Meg and Dijon last season, and they were hated. They were given the villain edits, probably rightfully so. Lola and Sean, it remains to be seen fully, but Lola is really showing the head cheerleader side of herself, and it's getting a little alarming. Whether or not I have similar suspicions about Yulia, but I don't think there's been enough to prove those, which is why mostly I'm like, I don't know, maybe. I'm not over here calling her a fucking bitch and all this shit. That's aggressive.
Yeah, Lola is coming off really aggressive, calling Julia a bitch, and then saying that she hates her. It's just very, hate's a strong word. You can say like you
Sure
strongly
is.
dislike, but to hate someone means like you really, like they have done you dirty. And while Yulia has stepped on Lola's toes, I don't think it warrants hatred to that extent. Like, it's just like Lola needs to calm down. And then the fact that she was upset, what, like days later, about how Fitzy's coming across. But I also wasn't sure what she was really mad about, because I have a hard time understanding her
Oh
when
my
she
god,
speaks
that's
very
the first thing
fast.
I wrote down. I went, damn, Lola, what are you saying? Because she just went off, and I was like, I don't have time to process what it is that she's trying to say at all. I
Mm-hmm.
just barely
Mm-hmm.
caught bits and pieces about, like, and it makes me upset, and I wasn't upset, but I am upset. I was like, ah.
Yeah, from what I think, and you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, what I think she was upset about was how he's being portrayed, because
Mm.
she knows that he's not like that. She knows that, he loves her or whatever, and she's just like, yeah, but and he was like, I just didn't like the way, that they had to like reinforce the whole closing it off or going exclusive or
Exclusive too
whatever.
early.
Yeah, he didn't like that, and I don't think she liked that. But I really am like, these tears, why are we crying again? I got lost.
For real. For real, for real. Um,
But mm, next episode seems crazy, and I hope that Fitzy does hold her to a standard of like, don't be petty. That's not very grown up of you.
well, that's not petty, it's just her opinion. Babe. Babe.
Yeah,
Look,
your
I will
opinion is
say, yeah, yeah.
it's gonna
I
get
I
her in
really
trouble.
don't have any hard evidence besides the fact that she kept going into this thing with Lola that I found it odd, but I can understand because we had a listener who wrote in and was talking about, the ESL struggle and trying to be heard, and that you're dealing with in England a lot of bigoted people and they're not friendly to immigrants, and she can be struggling to communicate and just wants to be heard, and like that's
Mm-hmm.
a high chance of why she ended up crying. I've seen other takes on that. It seems that it is reading as manipulative, which it's like it's neither here nor there. But honestly, like for me, I am not a confrontational person. And it's not about the fact that I don't want to stand up for myself. It's just sometimes I know when not to waste my breath. And I really, and also sometimes I value just keeping things chill in certain environments. Like I have a coworker that I don't vibe with. I've spoken up to my manager about it, but I'm not going to get into it with him because I know it's a lost cause.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it's like for me, and I think you felt similarly, her continuing to try and talk to Lola is what are we doing? What are we doing? But I can understand how some people just want to be heard, and
Yeah.
that's completely valid as well. It's just not my thing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not how I would roll.
Yeah. I'm not, it doesn't, for me, it doesn't give that she wants airtime or that she's being fake or whatever. I do think she's insecure because
Mm.
immediately she asked Lorenzo, "Do I look pretty?" after the recoupling, which I'm like, okay, babe, that was unnecessary. I
However,
do think,
I'm sorry,
go
but I
ahead.
just have to say that it wasn't just, do I look pretty? It was, did I look pretty up there? Which to me felt very camera aware. And that's where my only other suspicion
Mm,
laid. But again, could be other things, could be general insecurity, whatever. Continue.
yeah, I don't know. I think she is just maybe, this is me giving her the benefit of the doubt of just her struggling to communicate in a way that makes others feel comfortable. I'm just taking into consideration her cultural differences.
Yeah,
Maybe she communicates differently
yeah,
with, but I can't sit here and say she's there for screen time, she's there for airtime. I don't have, like you said, I don't have enough hard evidence. Do I think she should leave well enough alone? Yes. Do I think Lola should leave well enough alone?
hell yeah.
Yes. Like,
um,
making a mountain out of a molehill is just crazy.
it really is. It really is. And she's got to let it go. And at first I thought Lola was being mature about it, but now I fully, and like I did feel like she was maybe being a little bit fake or just like trying to force herself to try to be nice to Yulia, but now it does seem like she's just being a fake bitch. Like,
Mm-hmm.
hold my
Well,
hands
yeah.
up on calling her a bitch, but she thinks it's okay to call other women a bitch. So I'm just saying, and I have evidence of that. She doesn't have evidence of Yulia calling Jasmine a bitch. Like I'm just saying, like it's coming up, bitchy babe. And that's to be holding you accountable. It's not about trying to drag you or anything. It's just the energy that is coming off. It's
Yeah.
a
I
lot right now.
if I were to put the label of fake, which is harsh, on anyone, it would be Lola for last episode being like, okay, we can have a normal conversation. How's your connection with Lorenzo? Like, giving
Yeah.
that she, you know, is chill and will talk to her, but then in the same breath is like, she's a bitch and I hate her.
Yeah.
So that's just, it's weird, babe. I'm telling you. And I honestly, you said Jordan and Martha will probably be the next to go. If Lola keeps acting the way that she does, I fear it will be her and Fitzy before
It
Martha
just
and Jordan.
depends. It depends on whether the next votes are individuals or couples, which I feel like it should be couples, but maybe it's individuals. I saw that they're playing like the newlywed game that usually
Oh
starts,
yeah.
yeah, it starts with them talking about like how well you know your couple, but then usually
Mm-hmm.
goes into it usually goes into what your couple thinks of other people, which is always dangerous and sometimes can be an unintentional way of putting people up for the vote. Like at the end of
Right.
that, if they'll go like, which couple do you think is the least compatible? They'll write it down, and then they don't know that then those couples are going up for the vote to the public. So it could be
Right.
another twist like that after, because they do need to thin out the herd. It's too many people in there still.
Mhm.
And again, the new people usually get thrown under the bus. New people, new couples get thrown under the bus real quick because they haven't had time, which is not necessarily fair. And as they love to say on Love Island UK, it's a cop out.
Yeah, that's true. But I will say that there's been some heat on Fitzy and Lola already.
Oh, yeah.
So maybe that will factor in and outweigh the fact that the cop out is, I don't know, viable. Or I don't even know what I'm trying to say at this point, but
I
I
think the
don't know
only
if they'll
person
last
who
very
would,
long.
yeah, I think the only person that would be willing to say something is Yulia, and I think Lorenzo will stop her from saying it.
Yeah,
So I think that if it's down to how they play this game tomorrow, as to who gets put up for the vote, I think Fitzy and Lola will be safe.
that's true. You're
I
right
just
about
think
that.
that's the way it is because they've got strong ass friendships in there. They really do.
They do. They do. So much so
Oh,
that, Lorenzo was willing to be like, those are my friends. You need to adjust yourself.
I mean, I think that's complicated because I know I had issues with how he spoke to her, but I did understand the sentiment. It is always hard going into a new group of people and like penetrating your significant other's friend groups and being like, I don't know, but kind of as a general rule of thumb, you want to be chill to start with at least and give those
Mm-hmm.
people the benefit of the doubt and let them show how they treat you before you decide to come in hot, starting fights with people based on hearsay and whatever. So I got what he was saying. It's a very complicated topic. It's a very complicated topic. It just rides really close to whether or not he's actually being supportive of her.
Yeah.
What do you think of them? I'm 50-50 on them and as a couple. I don't but we haven't gotten to see a lot of it.
Yeah, and maybe we'll see more of them next week now that they've, done a recoupling. I'm still on the fence about it. I think maybe I'm still bitter about the fact that Lorenzo and Jasmine are a thing.
Apparently, Jasmine's family said on After Sun the other night that they think they're just friends as well. I will die on the hill that Lorenzo wants Jasmine. Like the end. He wants her. Um, I do think it should be at this point beyond evidence enough to everybody that Jasmine doesn't care about getting with Lorenzo and doesn't feel that way about him currently, and that her feelings for Kevin far outweigh that because now she's had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity to jump when Lorenzo says how high. Like, let's go. And,
Yeah.
I think because it felt like even her saying that maybe she would couple up with him was more of like, you've got to couple up with somebody. Like, if she's not going to be coupled up with Kevin, who's she going to be coupled up with? That's like a rule of the game show. It is a game
Hmm.
show.
Yeah.
It felt more like she was just being like, I don't really want you to lay yourself down to protect me because you deserve better, not
Hmm.
like her trying to like, I don't know. I don't even know how people are going to misconstrue that. To be honest, though, I'm this close to making a Leave Britney Alone video about Jasmine. I am so
Yeah.
close.
Well, I don't know how people are going to react now. I haven't gone on the internet to see. I'm sure everyone's going to be like, why did he do that? He deserves so much better. When actually she deserves so much better. Just saying.
I just don't know how anyone could have watched that conversation between Kevin and Charlene and not see that he's low key the worst. Like, he, it, it's giving that in, 5 to 10 years, he'll figure it out and look back and be like, man, I sucked. That's part of why the show is full of 20-year-olds, 20 to 28-year-olds, and not 30 to 40-year-olds, even though they can equally suck. Just saying, I would pay a lot of money to see a version of Love Island with people in their 30s.
That's true. I
It
would
would be a
also
whole
pay
other
a
set
lot
of
of money,
drama.
like, yeah. And Kevin is only 21. His frontal lobe is not even fully developed yet, according to science.
Not even
So,
close.
yeah, I think I hope for him he'll look back a few years from now and be like, damn, I was really messed up. Like we
'Cause it
all are at some
was.
point, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about.
Ellie and Finley continue to be super cute. However, I did forget Yasmin's guy Tommy existed.
So did I, until he was like, I actually have never done a speech before for a girl. And I was like, oh, wait, you're here. Hi.
Completely forgot. I don't know if the producers were editing another look on Yasmin's face from some other point, but if that really was how her face was while Lorenzo was doing his speech for Yulia, it was giving slightly bitter, slightly sad.
Mm-hmm. I
I
wasn't
mean,
paying attention enough. I think I was just writing things down, but she needs to be happy in her couple. If she did make a face, like, leave it alone. Move on. You're the one that, closed the door. So keep it shut.
for real, let's just leave that back there. Um, but he also was making weird jokes, so his style.
It is his
Um,
style.
who else are we missing? Did we talk about everyone? No way. No
Aiden and
way, no way.
Priya.
Oh, these two deserve each other. Let's just be real. Sorry, I've
I
got to stop the
actually
cat
could
from eating
see it.
something. There it is. Okay. You see it? Well, yeah, because they
I,
deserve each other. There's something, they're both a little weird. That's all I gotta say.
yeah, yeah, I can see it. I think they're both very bubbly and fun, but she can put Aiden in his place if necessary. And if he eventually feels strongly towards her, he'll be like, okay, we'll see.
I don't know. I just was really bothered by how he was speaking to Martha. I was bothered by his speech. Obviously, we're going to see in tomorrow night's episode that he's pulling Martha to the terrace and telling her he still wants her, and then apparently told Priya that Martha still wants him, and that's how that conversation went down. So I'm just saying, he moves weird, as Jasmine said. Never forget. He moves
Mm-hmm.
weird. He really does. Even if I thought Priya's moved weird, oh, okay, by the way, when she talked about Jordan, it was giving she could not give less of a flying fuck about that man.
Yeah, she was over it. I think
But
after movie night, she was like, I don't care anymore.
I didn't even think it was after movie night. Like, I'm just saying it's not consistent with how she feels about this man. Because if she liked him, she would still be talking about how hurt she was by movie night. But obviously, she doesn't get that
Yeah.
much of a fuck.
No, I think Carlos was too much for her, and Jordan was the only viable option. And she felt like she needed to bring someone back from Casa Amor because she knew Aiden already, and she knew that Aiden was going to bring someone back because that's just how he moves.
But
And
this is
Carlos was too much for her, and Jordan just seemed like the most viable option to get to know.
but this is
And
what
I
I'm
don't
saying. Why is
understand
she
why
so
she.
mad? Why was she
That's what,
so
yeah,
upset?
that's what I was getting to also. It's just like, but also, why are you so upset about the whole thing when I will stand by, I feel like everyone was pretty honest with her. So,
Same. Same. I feel like they were pretty honest about the whole situation. And again, I thought from day dot that she wasn't that interested in either of the men. I thought she thought Jordan was the hottest. She might as well pick him. Jasmine wants him too. What's the worst that can happen? I fully believe that's what was happening. And I'm just saying, it's a little bit weird that all of a sudden she's just kicking him to the curb so fast. Told
mm-hmm.
him she kind of wanted a break, and then we didn't even really see a conversation between them where it was officially called off, did we? We just saw each of them saying to other people that they were over each other.
Yeah, I don't remember them having a conversation either. So, I guess her saying I need space was that conversation.
I guess so. But then Aiden had me annoyed because then he's telling Martha, like, oh, you're so quiet and reserved and this, and I feel like I need a girl who's like this. I'm sorry, was Jasmine not off putting to you?
I know.
Hello?
I know. He doesn't know what he wants. He doesn't.
He just wants
Let's
a
just put it at
kiss.
that. He just wants a kiss and a cuddle. from anyone.
um, Aiden and Priya are my Mora and Curtis. I think it works even though it shouldn't. But I also don't think that they would last very long.
No.
To be honest, I weirdly think Lola and Fitzy would probably actually end up married with 3 kids. Like, I'm just saying. The
Oh yeah.
vibes that they're giving about how much they care about each other, whether or not their relationship kind of gives me the ick and what have you, I kind of think they're low-key gonna be together a long time, and then maybe something crazy is gonna happen between them. I can't tell, but yeah, that's just how it's feeling to me. That they're
Yeah.
probably actually gonna be the couple that lasts a really long time.
Yeah. If anything, maybe this next challenge will give him something to get like ick is a very strong word, but like turned off by her attitude, and maybe that'll cause some conflict. But
Maybe, but I just think he fucking loves her. Like, I do think that they're
I
in
know.
love.
Hmm.
Their heads are way up each other's asses to not actually be in love, to be fair.
I know.
So that's just for me. Ellie and Finley, I hope they last. I just worry. He bothered me the other night, at movie night. The way he spoke bothered me because he seemed like he was ladding up. And um yeah, concerning.
Yeah,
Concerning.
I wish he was better with his emotions.
Mhm.
It sometimes gives that he's overwhelmed by Ellie's
Yes,
emotions. So we will see how it goes. I do wish them the best. I do think Ellie deserves to be happy and that Finley makes her happy.
absolutely.
So
I want that to go well. I really do. I really do. I need to see them go through a one more little something to really
mhm,
know that he's not just like writing it out.
yeah.
Um oh, Mika and Samraj.
Oh
Man,
yeah.
can that boy talk and talk and talk and talk. But they seem loved up.
Um,
Freaking
yeah.
Sean was over there tapping his pretend watch about how long he was taking to talk. It's like, come on.
Yeah, but I like Samraj and Mika together. I think he's finally getting his act together.
I hope so. I don't know. I just feel like even when they did like the previously on Love Island, some of these boys were saying things that were making me annoyed because then Samraj said in the previously clip, I was reminded that he said, "You girls don't back each other." And I was like, hello? What? Like, some of the boys have just been so laddie and they're so deluded sometimes when they all talk to each other that it really rubs me the wrong way as like a whole, so that I have a hard time getting behind their relationships.
Yeah, I understand that. I will say though that Mika has already said like you need to basically be an individual, and if you don't, I'm not dealing with it. So I'm hoping he still remembers that and takes that
Yes,
into consideration moving forward.
absolutely. Absolutely. Whew. This was an episode. It was a lot of chats, but this was an episode. BTW, if anyone knows Mara, I would chat to her on this podcast so fast. I
I
would
love
love to hear
Morrow.
the tea from Mara because I trust her. I trust her to keep it real and not
Mm-hmm.
like needlessly throw anyone under the bus. Apparently there's been drama between like Mibs and other Tommy and maybe Mibs and Tina or something. Apparently there's been some other drama between Islanders. I'm kind of looking forward to any reunion type thing that ends up happening.
Me too, because I haven't heard anything. So, but I also live under a rock.
I've
A,
just seen some
a
clips. I
love.
just saw a couple clips. And apparently he's dragging Mibs's name through the dirt for some reason, blaming some stuff on her.
Oh, whatever. He can sit down.
Exactly, exactly. Um, and
Is
that's
that
the
the tea?
tea.
Oh, yeah, that's the tea. Okay.
Hmm. Oh, I look forward to being able to record this like immediately after episodes air in the future, because that would be nice
I know.
to be able to keep doing that. This was felt like really good momentum. Really enjoyed
Mhm.
it.
Me too.
You look like you could care less.
No,
Me
I
too.
did, guys. I took my ADHD medication today, so maybe you can feel a
Oh,
different vibe. Gigi knows exactly what that means.
oh my gosh. This is the first person who would like, whenever she comes to LA to visit me, is always like, I need to go to 8 different stores. And I'm like, why? And then finally I was shopping with her in a Target or whatever, and I was like, oh, look at this. Oh, look at that. And she was just like, eh. And I was like, who are you? And what have you done with my best friend, who usually is egging me on to buy everything in the whole store?
It's true.
Oh, well. But yeah, I think. Oh, yeah, we've just been enjoying hearing from y'all, enjoying talking about
Hmm.
the show and having people listen. We're creeping up to 5,000 streams, so that's really exciting. And I
It
don't know what we
is.
expected when we started, but I don't know that it was that either. So we love it.
Me neither. Yeah, I came in with zero expectations and just hoping that people will be receptive. So
Oh, yeah, I think it was
we
kind of
definitely
a
love you
us and our
guys.
5 followers vibe that we thought
Yeah,
was gonna happen.
us and our 6 followers now on TikTok. We have more on Instagram, but show us some love on TikTok if
A
you
whole
want.
sixth person. Thank you,
I
sixth person.
know.
Yeah, y'all been listening from all over. And just shout out to everyone. Most people are from the US, but then UK, Canada, Ireland, Netherlands, Singapore, Australia, Japan, Switzerland, and Sweden. Thank you for listening. We adore you all.
We
Where
really
can
do.
the
We really
people reach
appreciate it.
us?
You can find us on Instagram or TikTok at Love Island Tea Time. And if you feel like following us on X, aka Twitter, because we're from that generation, we can be found at capital LI Time Pod. Also, I believe we're going to get the videos on Spotify fixed because we haven't been doing that.
Okay, hear me out. Hear me out.
Okay.
Y'all, this has been a massive undertaking. We do love doing it. It is a lot of admin and stuff to do while having a regular job, to especially while pushing out an episode every single day, basically. We do 7 episodes a week as the
Mm-hmm.
minimum, sometimes 8 episodes in a week. I thought the video was going up. It's not. The likelihood that I will have that fixed before the end of the season is low. I'm just keeping it real. Um,
Yeah.
it's just a lot of admin work and syncing things up, and I just want to keep things simple and make sure everything's going up at the same time and the right time together.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will worry about making us available on other platforms slash making sure that the video is available. I love you all. We're working on it. There's other things to come as well. Like multiple of the people who've reached out and said, I think this was said on the previous episode. I think Mimi said it. People have reached out and said that they love listening because they don't have anyone else to talk to about the show or like etc. And so at some point we would like to get like a Patreon and like a Discord going so that there can be communication and have people to talk to and people can make new friends through this. It would be great because it already feels like we're starting to make friends with some of y'all who've been reaching out, which again we do really deeply appreciate. Like makes my day every time. So yeah, those
Me
things will
too.
be coming, but probably when we go down to doing an episode a week until Australia comes out, and then we'll probably take a break during the holidays and come back for All Stars. Most likely. That's probably how things are gonna pan out.
Mm-hmm.
And once we go down to 1 episode a week for a while, then start looking forward to us really getting all of our systems organized. Because if you haven't heard it before that we've explained, we did decide to do this about 2 days before both seasons started. So
Yeah.
we overnighted some microphones to our houses and just went, guess we're doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of why some things are not perfectly organized. But yeah, that's my
What
story.
is?
What is? What is? All right. Thank you for listening. You'll hear from us tomorrow.
Yes. Bye.
Bye.